All right. Hello, hello, Scorpios. Scorpios, this is your first monthly message for May into June's energy because we already halfway through when I'm first getting to your sign. Okay, Scorpios, thank you guys all so much. I hope you have had a wonderful month of May, a lot of different things. Some of the energy could be past because I do take about a 30-day energy pull here. All right, so it could be some past energy because it's 5/16 that happened in the beginning of the month. Because as well, you guys had a full moon and your energy, the flower full moon. So, um, for this month, I brought in the flowering coloring books to get a little message from them. We'll be working with the Green Witch Oracle, the mushrooms in this one, Midnight Magic, and you will have more than one video. Uh, for clarification and guidance, 2 different tarot decks I'm working with this month for you guys. And because it is already the 16th of May as I'm getting this out for you, some of this energy can also resonate into June's energy, all right? And as always, only take what might resonate for you guys, right? Especially when we get to the tarot messages. It's been fascinating working with these. Oh, we've laughed, we've cried, we've been angry. It's been amazing. Anyways, I actually saw some Sagittarian energy and Capricorn. So those are some other signs I still have not gotten to their monthlies. So you could have that in your chart or be dealing with them. I give different names, dates, and times sometimes throughout the monthlies. And keep in mind, I open up that energy for the energy of Scorpio. So it can resonate for rising sign, moon sign, Venus, Mercury, so on and so forth. I was getting some of you have Cancer sign, moon, or vice versa. Scorpio moon with a Cancer sign. That's clearly not for all, but because I listened to a little bit of music as I was and actually the Rolling Stones started playing and it was Beast of Burden. I always feel like that's some Scorpionic. I don't think I've really looked up Mick Jagger and Keith for their zodiac signs actually. Anyways, and then Pretty Noose by Soundgarden. Is it Soundgarden or Audioslave? Whichever one. It's Chris Cornell. So he's a Cancer sign too. 720. All right, so Scorpios. Let's jump into your cards. I don't have too much to start with. I almost was going to paint. We've had a new at the very end of Taurus season in April, or the beginning, we had that new flower moon, and then we had the full moon, so you're opposite, right? And potentially even 5/16 is a spotlighted day. You never know, divine timing, because that's when I'm getting out for you. So all these different flowers have been in bloom, of course. And I'm trying to think, which one did I see was spotlighted for you guys? The peonies. I feel like there was another one that I just barely saw. Anyways, I'm going to open those books as well. I hope you had a fabulous time. Of course, we already had, that was 5/12. So that could also be a spotlighted time, of course. What else? And then the end of this month, we have the new strawberry moon in Gemini's energy and on 5/26 when we shift into that energy. So I'm trying to think, what else did we have? Oh, we had Mother's Day. I'm like, oh, what else would I have down? We had Mother's Day. Hopefully, to any of you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day. Hopefully you had a fabulous time. And let's just jump into the cards. Wait, I want a flower first. You know, I mix it all up. And thank you all so much once again, and welcome if you're new. In the description box, I will link in the next messages. There will be more than one. So if you want to listen to those, I will link them all together. All right, let's see. Let's start with the flower to begin this beautiful month. 4:21 on the clock, 4:22. Oh, okay. I'm seeing primrose. No way, Taurus energy. Calendula. Oh my gosh. Orange. Okay, you're getting 2. My finger went right here with the primrose. Interesting enough. It's so weird. Okay, I love how your opposite is pulling in, and the reason why is because the primrose was also spotlighted for them. There's also Sagittarian energy, Sag and Taurus energy. Interesting. And one of the new Oracle decks is actually called the Primrose and Prose Oracle deck by Samantha Sawyer. So look forward to that one. There's interlinkings as well with the Mushroom Tarot and the Soft Love Rose Love. But the Primrose, wow, the Primrose flower is a gorgeous sight to behold with its delicate and cheerful petals that seem to dance in the wind. Its sweet fragrance and vibrant hues add a pop of color to any garden, making it a true delight for the senses. Okay, oh, I'm remembering something that I shared with them a little bit. It might have been Gemini's too, which is interesting. It's a beautiful essential oil scent as well. I'm not gonna talk about it right now. If you have Gemini or Taurus in your chart, you're dealing with them, then you can tune into that because it's been quite a month so far. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. Okay. Then the calendula. So I feel like these are like, they're both like yellowish. I think primrose can come in like different colors. But then I also turned to the calendula, which is usually this beautiful orange or yellow flower. I might have actually used a picture of one of these flowers for the thumbprint. Oh, I always call it the thumbprint. The thumbnail. What the hell? My brain always says it the same. I keep messing it up. Anyways, the calendula flower is a radiant beauty with its sunny yellow and orange petals that light up the garden. Its cheerful blooms symbolize joy and happiness, spreading warmth and positivity wherever it grows. So double, you get 2 flowers to start with. How beautiful is that? I feel like the Sag energy I saw was 1209. I see 1205 here. I also see maybe some Aquarian. Aries, Taurus, Leo will pop into. All the different signs will make an appearance throughout this month. All right. Weird. Okay, so I was actually going to ask before I start, because I've been doing a new painting. I was really inspired with the new flower moon to try a new painting technique. So I started doing, I found someone who they use a spoon to make these flowers. Now I am a beginner at it and it looks sloppy and not that great, but hey, anyways, I was going to paint before I came to do your video and I was like, no, I need to get these done. I'm behind schedule. Anyways, so if any of you, I would love if any of you want to share your certain color coordinations that you would like to potentially see as one of a painting that I'll probably end up using it for one of the thumbnails for one of your videos, right? So my different paintings, whether they be flowers or just some weird portal design, it's art, okay? Anyways, throw out your color combination you'd love to see, and if there's no response, well, it might be too late by the time I get this uploaded. I don't know. But I'll still take it into account the next time I do a painting for sure. But because I feel inspired for this month to try something new for each zodiac sign too. So anyways, let's have a good message, right? And keep that, I really try my best to keep these high vibing. I do, but life happens, shit happens, and the tarot will bring it to light. So keep that in mind, Scorpios. We're going to try and have some good times here, though. Let's try to have some good times. We got the peacock here. Let's jump in with some mushrooms, okay? Interesting enough. So I love how I can sense the Taurus energy so strongly with the Scorpio. It's so interesting. And the Capricorn and Sag energy. Weird. Okay. So working with indigo, I'm all indigo. Maybe some of you work with Merlinite, indigo gabbro just pops into my head, even though I know that maybe that's a color, in this cobalt blue color. But lapis lazuli was the spotlighted crystal and stone. So I'll also be pulling a little message throughout the monthlies, whether it's in this video or not, I don't know, from the crystals for Karmic Healing book by Nicholas Pearson. It's been fascinating to share the different crystals and how they might apply for transforming your future by releasing your past and stuff like that. Anyways, let's jump into these little mushrooms, the Daily Dose of Wisdom. And I also am going to recommend another channel. I often do that too. Charmed Intuition with Liz. She does fun weeklies, and this is the place that I first saw these cute little mushrooms. So check out her channel too. I will strive for progress and not perfection. Look at that. That's your first little daily dose of wisdom from the mushrooms, okay? We also have, in this moment, I have two options. Step forward into growth or backward into safety. Interesting. That's the first time I've seen that one, guys. That's the first time I've seen that one. These are a new little deck. This makes me think of North Node, South Node. So maybe some of you tuning into that North Node, South Node. And if there could be messages then if you tune into whichever your North Node, South Node messages are as well. Because I that's what it makes me feel like. North Node's about going forward into something new, where that South are things that are known, past energy too, right? We can learn from the past too, right? But, and then bring it forth into that future. But this is maybe stepping into something new. I feel like that's part of human life. We're here to learn and experience things, and everybody has a different thing that they're drawn into learning and doing and things like that. So, okay, I'm gonna see how many come out for you guys from the mushrooms, daily doses of wisdom. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? Little mushrooms, which ones? Okay, here's your first. We're getting 3. Okay, I'm going to keep that simple because these, okay, this too shall pass. So whatever you've been going through, it will pass. Trusting in that. I get this is like, you guys are like that tower energy too, remember that? But also like the storm and sitting in, waiting for it to pass. Okay, okay. That could give us clarity when we get to Midnight Magic Tarot by Sarah Reed with the mushrooms about what kind of stuff might have been going on, right? I will never define your reality. Wow. This is also a new one. Look at that cool little mushroom. I will never define your reality. That's interesting. I'm going to set this one here, really interlinking with these, okay? This other opposite Mystic Fairy Tarot. Now, you can get a message in all, right? But, of course, it may not apply for every single Scorpio. So keep that in mind. All right, sometimes, you know, and if it's not your story, you can still listen for entertainment and stuff like that. I know I do sometimes when I can tell. But anyways, next one is I will strive for progress, not perfection. Love that. Progress. Not perfection. And this is really going to interlink, especially even with abundance. So interesting enough to Scorpio and Taurus energy, okay? What do you guys represent? You know, and we all have a placement, you know, to the most extent. We're going to all have some Taurus energy or Scorpio energy. So that where the sun is shining there and then the moon in your sign, the focus of even the collective people, you know, we're going to be feeling more in tune with that. Like, so Taurus is about our values, our beliefs, the material realm, right? Our monies. Okay. So I ironically decided to bring in the angels of abundance. And I just wanted to share this when it's magical to me when I set up, you know, when I make a decision of the different cards I want to either bring forth new unveiling, and some of these decks I've already had, and then just see, because sometimes I don't do it with like really researching it to make sure it all fits. And then I see different synchronicities throughout, like angels of abundance. I didn't even put it together about, you know, that's about our abundance in life and our wealth in the material realm. So connection with the angels, giving guidance on having an abundant, financially stable life. And then Scorpio energy is about other people's monies, you know, like loans and stuff like that. So borrowing, because that's also sometimes a necessity in life to progress forward. Like people need to borrow for cars, for houses, okay? Business loans, even things like that, credit cards. and the banking system. And this is where inheritance and those different things. People who do like stock marketing, they're making money off of other people's money. That's what their service is, you know? So maybe something like that applies. But that's gonna, so I feel like we're really gonna talk about that type of stuff more when we get into over here. So if that's something you're more interested in, look for that abundance of angels or angels of abundance, as well as the primrose. And then there's love and rose, primrose, and I put the rose quartz on it. We'll see what comes out with the rest of your cards, because I do also have the Oracle of the Roses over here and another Green Witch Oracle. If they feel like I need, if I see a lot of the roses, I'll decide to incorporate that. And the different zodiac signs, I do different things and different layouts, different spreads using the same card. So with that being said, let's jump in. I think I want to go to the Green Witch. It's been fascinating. Okay. Oh, we have "don't take this the wrong way" is a non-starter. So don't start your sentence with that. "Don't take this the wrong way" is a non-starter. Ooh, look at that cute little mushroom. I want to see what that one is. Everyone has the right to their own personality. Yeah. This is think before you speak, too. Okay. Let's jump in. This too shall pass. We're going to find out. I'm going to pull a little bit of a spread. A lot about with the blue. So that deep cobalt blue or indigo blue and black and white. Maybe working with those colors might be interesting. Sodalite is about your calm communication. A lot of this is about communication. So, and how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, right? And, and staying calm with your communication and tactful. The blue is very much about calm, and tactful, even so you don't go fired up with your Mars energy and stuff, okay? Woo, I bumped it. Sorry. Okay. I don't know why I do it this way. I just do it this way. Springtime. Wow. Rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. Weird. Okay. Of course, your cusp Libra energy is also going to spotlight a little bit here. Building, awakening, and a rebirth. So this new beginning, springtime, okay, as well as Aries, Taurus. And I'm saying Libra energy because I just finished up theirs, and that was one of their final cards through their spread into the future energy, which was really weird. But so there could be an interlinking with that. They're the only other sign I saw get that as well. So we've had springtime, rebirth, awakening. Okay, let's grab. I feel like grabbing just 3 because we got 3. Everything's, wow. Oh, no way. Watering can, asking for help, sharing your burdens. And once again, Libra energy, partnership as well. I will never define your reality. This also came through with, I think, Cancer sign and Virgo. Okay. So I bring on the other zodiac signs. It can have reference for you. You could have this in your chart. It could be Libra moons. I'm definitely getting a lot of Libra energy. But this is also about the partnerships. I will never define your reality. I feel like saying that there. Asking for help and sharing burdens. This too shall pass. Okay. And our final, and I shuffle all of these for the energy of Scorpio before, of course, no way. And then we have harvest, determination, and hard work. Libra energy again. I mean, they got a huge spread though, okay? Determination and hard work. And then we have the abundance. I will strive for progress, not perfection. Now Libra energy can also represent partnership, right? So working with others, even business partnership can be something commitment as well, and working well together. So wherever your 7th house is, or where Libra falls in your chart as well, can be important. It's interesting the way I set those up. I just look at it and I see, I put a space here. All right, we're going to start with those 3 cards from the Green Witch's Oracle. This one is by Aaron Murphy Hiscock. and illustrated by Sarah Richard. And I was debating, I really like how they both work well with both of these different tarot decks. One has a lighter cream color and then one is the darker with the mushrooms. So it also might give you guidance on what you're more drawn into as well. Which storyline. And keep this in mind, it's not going to be, maybe not apply for everyone. Some of it can be past energy and some can be current time, because I'm seeing this as past, present, future as well, okay, for some. But let's start with spring and the communication. And then there's this pause and someone needing to ask for help. Well, they could be asking for help, or you are, nature is, okay? So let's start with spring. And I'm pretty sure this is that 1, 2, 3, past, present, future. So as we look at these, this first section here, what do I need to sow in order to lay a good foundation for the future? Rebuilding something, awakening and rebirth. And we have the little eggs, like an egg is hatching. We have the tulips there too. Hopefully you can see that. Your number 2 card about asking for help with whatever you're doing. This is why I'm getting so much like needing to work with others, partnership. What in my life requires tending in order to maximize success in the future? Being more open to ask for help and share the burden. Or being the one, or helping with the burden, even if someone is asking. Okay, and number 3 is what in my life has come to the point where it needs to be concluded and harvested. You have harvest. Wow, this is really beautiful. Determination and hard work. So putting in the work, but also like not being overcritical on yourself. I will strive for progress, not perfection. All right, so let's see what spring says about rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. Once again, this is something you need to plant. This may be about a new beginning, okay? Maybe you did this previously, and for some of you, maybe it is at this end of the month, at the new moon in Gemini, or whenever, okay? Use your own discernment of how it applies. I mean, we're in spring. I'm so happy it came out like that. Now I'm going to shuffle and get a few out of these. I'm kind of finding a flow that I did with Libras, but it took a while. All right. Spring. All right. So 114, 115. Oh, yes. There could also be some Capricorn energy. Okay. I did say little Capricorn. So like I said, even if I don't get the same exact dates and times, it still might have reference, right? If that energy, if you're dealing with that person, or that's that energy. I'm also seeing 11-4 and 11-5, Scorpio. And 5, 6, 7. So even into the 7th of June, or Gemini energy. The reawakening of the earth is always inspiring. New life is on the horizon. It can be invigorating to witness the stirring of energy after a long rest. Spring tells you that it's time for new beginnings. It's the perfect time to launch a new project, or if there are things that you previously put on hold, the spring card suggests that now is an auspicious time to revisit them. You will bring a refreshed perspective to this project, a new level of energy that you didn't have before. Perhaps all that was needed was a new approach after some time away, a new burst of motivation and determination. The reflection is there a project you want to launch that you previously ignored? Maybe you needed help with it or something. All right, so let's start with that. I think I'm going to leave these, okay? They may be in a second video when we get to that, because it is and I'm going to start with the Midnight Magic, and we're going to start with some tarot a little bit. I'm going to try and these ones are staying there. All right, so whatever it was, maybe you had something going on that took your attention off of some project, like it felt like something got put on the back burner. Okay, let's see. Scorpio, tending your garden, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. Maybe it has something to do with planting your seeds, or a garden area, but encouraging guidance, even weeding. Now these are weeding out a lot of things, all right? Maybe you're gonna garden. I mean, it's an auspicious time to do some gardening, don't you think, Scorpio? An auspicious time. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I'm goofy right now. All right, okay, Scorpios. What else is important for the Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs tuning into this monthly energy for May? I almost said March. Weird. For May into June. I don't know why they're sticking. Like, this one is having a hard time. There we go. The B in your community. Oh, yay. Working with others. Oh, my goodness. Everything is about, oh, my gosh. All of these are so much about helping people to work with other people and, like, overcoming, feeling like you can't work with others or trust others. A community. The B, sweetness, cooperation. Wow. Okay. So I'm just going to take one at a time. Oh my gosh. I look under the deck and preserve, security, forethought, and thriftiness. Look, is this a chipmunk here with some peanuts? Rum peaches, onions, pickled onions, raspberry apple jam. What? Okay, I just want to look at that one. I just want to get that. Preserving something. Security, forethought, and thrift. You guys are first. I've seen that one, so I want to read it. All right, let's see what this has to say. This is a 1 card or 2. I don't think it has a 2. Maybe. A simple 1 card. Quick guidance to work with the community, cooperate, and sweetness. And then, I mean, I see all of these like doing some jarring or canning or something. Thrift. Okay. Okay. Maybe you're going to do that. Maybe that's an idea or something you've been thinking about that you put on the back burner. I want to see what preserve is. First is B. Okay, we have 72 and 73 here. Once again, I just throw out the different page numbers if they have reference to different zodiac signs. Wonderful. If not, I see Cancer sign, Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, potentially. In this community, potentially. Oh, my ears ring. Okay. Bees inspire thoughts of sweetness and community. Bees work together, functioning in cooperation with others to advance the health and the safety of their entire hive. Communication is central in this goal. In the end, through hard work and service to others, they create something pure and sweet, honey. It's the sweetness of honey that reminds us to be kind to others. The B card asks you to consider if you fulfilled and if you are fulfilled and connected in your relationships, or if you need to communicate your needs to others more. Remember to be kind whenever you can and to meet any challenge with an open heart. The reflection is, what part of your life needs clearer communication? How can you work more effectively with others to preserve things? All right, I want to see what preserve is. I've made like apple cider vinegar. I made apple cider vinegar once. I did make raspberry jam. I'm just like, now I'm looking at it thinking, there's a lot of things like, and if that's not your thing, then, these are always just ideas as well. I just thought there was so much sugar in them. I wonder if we can like substitute it with honey. But still, even with the apple cider vinegar, it's like putting so much sugar. So much sugar. Okay. A chipmunk, though. That's so cute. Okay, what does this preserve? Where are you at? Okay, 87. So, once again, 87. Someone could be born in those years as well, or even those ages, like ancestors, grandparents, I don't know. Also Leo energy, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, again with this preserve. Security, forethought, and thrifting. In green witchcraft, preserving a harvest allows you to keep it longer instead of losing it to decay or waste. It's a thrifty measure that enables you to rely on the fruits of your labor for an extended period of time. Another form of preserving is to put aside a little of what you use every time you use it. This helps build a stockpile to guard against future needs. This process is an ongoing, low-level investment that doesn't take much time or energy. The Preserve card reminds you that small gestures accumulate over time. Keep an eye out for areas where you can be thrifty with your time and your energy. This doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself now. Enjoy your harvest. Just don't use it all at once simply because it's there. The reflection is, how can you work to store and secure what you have successfully produced? Interesting. This too shall pass. You know, I'm also getting a really interesting thing with this. So like, as well as this too shall pass. So even in abundance, right, will pass. So there's a reminder to, I almost see that. I thought it was a squirrel, which means be prepared. So there could be something about, something like that. All right. I'm going to leave this too shall pass. Okay. Since you just got this one is going to be interesting. See, I was like, I'm just going to get one because Libra got like 5. And then I was like, oh, we have a big thing. Maybe I will continue on. My nose is tingling. Actually, I'm just going to do what I said. I'm going to grab it in the beginning here. And we have the Queen of Cups. Well, hello. Okay, so this could definitely be, now I said I did sense that Cancer sign energy too. All right, but this could be feminine energy, Queen of Cups energy, Scorpios, feminines, or you could be dealing with it. But this is a loving, compassionate, look at this, community, cooperation, sweetness. Oh, maybe you already are. Maybe you already are. Okay. Should I split this into 3? How many? As I feel guided. Next one, we have Page of Swords. Ooh, someone is learning something new. Learning some new information. So Page of Swords can be also somebody watching, stalking, spying, but this is a younger energy that is like trying to learn information. So you could even be doing this with others, or you're just watching or learning about this, or there could be children there, or you're teaching, learning, watching in the community. Maybe I should only start with those 2 because I don't want this to be too long. And then asking for help. Or maybe that's the whole thing. They could be asking if they can help with it, sharing burdens. Or you're teaching someone, or someone is watching. This could be you or them, you know. I am going to split it into the 4s, okay? And we're going to go through the story. We have 10 of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Maybe this person feels like they don't have a lot of love and support, okay? To ask. Or this is feeling disconnected from family. I feel like it goes here. I feel like I probably won't get to this section in this video though, okay? So, because I don't want these to go long, I do break them up. It's for a whole 30-day spread, you know, for a whole month, okay? Underneath here. Excuse me, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, we have someone who's just kind of immature, I feel like. Constantly running around. Okay, maybe they feel someone is young energy. I don't know why this Knight of Wands. And maybe this is the thing, like, it's like maybe there's teenagers or younger adults and they're like unsupportive, or someone feels unsupported. Like they won't come and help with doing the harvest, because the harvest is hard work and determination. 7 of Swords. Ooh, with that knife. This is also the player energy card in reverse. I kind of want to read that in reverse out of the book. I don't read everything out of the book. Sometimes with the tarot, some of the other signs I have, but I kind of want to see what it says about that Knight of Wands in reverse in the book. I open it up to the world. So there is a completion, a cycle ending. Maybe they're, I don't know. This harvest, when we get to the end, is harvest, right? And that's a lot of hard work. And that's why it's like somebody needs support to help with something that's being harvested. Knight of Wands. Oops, so we don't go too far. Recklessness, haste, passion, recklessness and frustration. See, it's like someone is like impatient with this. They're not doing a careful job, okay? That's kind of what I get. Strive for progress, not perfection, but don't be reckless. Or someone else could be weird. Okay, well, I mean, nobody wants to see that 10 of Cups in reverse. We want to feel supported and loved. Maybe that's the whole thing. Someone feels like there is a disconnect and disharmony, right? Misaligned values, relationship struggles, 102. Maybe with a Capricorn, Aries, or Taurus. Disharmony, moral or financial upsets are disrupting your family life. Tensions may seep in and break apart what you thought was a firm foundation. Regroup as a family to prevail. The portobello mushroom. So I'm also getting that maybe somebody is learning information and they may not. This is also being a novice. It's a time of study before action into something. All right. So learning about it. All right. Queen of Cups energy, of course, is loving. Let's see what she says. So this is by Sarah Richard, who is also the illustrator of the Green Witch. So I thought it was a beautiful combination working with them together. Let's see what Queen of Cups say, because that's your card. Scorpio feminines, you know, if you a King of Cups, maybe you're dealing with, or you're coming off this way even, I don't know. There's Virgo energy again. Why is there, I'm like, why is there always Virgo? Okay, 106. Okay, it says Nargin's bonnet, 105. With a cap that looks like a night sky over a calm sea, the dark blue hues of this mushroom require you to trust your intuition to discover what you cannot see with your eyes. It is named after Nargun's Cave, a sacred place for women's ceremonies in Australia's, I can't say this word, Gunakuranai tribe's history. I did my best, okay? The Queen of Cups would appreciate this revered place. Emotional intelligence, intuition, and creativity. Connect with your inner benevolent matriarch and guide your crew with a calm and compassionate hand. Follow your intuition and let the love that flows forth from you sustain, transcend, and creativity encourage it to thrive. Very, very lovely. Okay. Let's see what's going on with, and this could be someone in your community, or this is your message for you working with others in your community, right? And being kind and compassionate. We have the Knight of Swords coming in. So we're going to see what's underneath. This might have been in some past energy, right? Okay. You've been trying to have this strength. This could be gaining strength. So a message coming in, we have the Page of Swords and Knight of Swords. Now we have strength. So it's also if somebody has gained the willpower, the confidence, literally feeling strong enough because someone feels like maybe they did it on their own. You could also be dealing with a Leo in your energy or in your family group. Okay. And the Empress. Wow, okay. Now, I don't know. This could represent you, right? I don't know who you are in this dynamic. This could also be a mothering. That's that matriarch energy, the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Dang. So this could be your own mother, okay? Your grandmother, the feminine, or a boss or something, the leader, right? About this work. So someone has to give guidance to these knights running around with their heads cut off. That's what I'm getting. To give them the instruction and guidance on how to harvest, what to do, what the job is, you know? You can have a Leo mother. That's interesting. It doesn't have to be, or grandmother even, or if you are, you know, married, or this is even you. So it's a different message. You could also be dealing with another Queen of Cups energy, right? But someone feels very strong. Like Chaga is, you have strength, and the Empress as your major arcana is coming out in this beginning here. All right, this is a good leader, a good feminine energy. That I always see her as the divine matriarch as well, the hen of the woods. Wow, and strength. Okay, I will strive for progress, not perfection. Maybe that's even what she's doing. This is cool. Ooh, we do have somebody who is missing some information. Ace of Swords in reverse means I feel like there's something, if you represent this Queen of Cups, there's something you don't know or something you don't want revealed. Or there's some information or wisdom that you're unsure of. Maybe you don't know how to do it, and so you need to ask for help. Or there's something, or if that's not you, you're wondering. Interesting. I don't know why. Now I have it split into fours. I don't know why I did that way, but I guess because the weekly, maybe. All right, well, let's see. We have some communication coming in. Someone is telling someone something. We have the Zant. I said Zant. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why. Zombie ant fungus. And this fungus, like, takes control of the ant. And then, so it's the communication telling somebody that they can do it. Someone might have had to do a lot on their own disharmony. I see 10-8 there too, so Libra energy. I want to take a peek underneath. Knight of Wands. So someone really felt like they were on high defense. Like they felt like a wounded warrior doing all this on their own, without support, without family. Feeling really strong, confident to just do it. The strength could be also facing fears. That is the coolest mushroom. Okay, does that not look like a lion's head or something? Not, or like on fire though. It's like burned. Chaga. But it looks like I'm seeing something in this, like a dog or like a leopard, a black jaguar. Strength. Okay. All right, let's make sure you can see the cards, the layout here. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ooh, but we have Justice upright. Okay. 111, Capricorn. Okay, so also that Libra energy. Whoa, there's some legal stuff. Something is fair. Like everything is fair and balanced. So someone could have someone watching the justice system. Y'all watch true crime and stuff too. Or watching the stuff. I'm trying to keep it light. Okay, some of these, but someone's learning something about what is fair and balanced, about karmic justice, about maybe they're interested in, you know, legal stuff or watching court and stuff. Maybe you don't know. What's underneath this Page of Swords? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, guys. Oh, Scorpios. Oh, man. All right. Here's the gossip. Here's the tea. Who's watching you? Well, it's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe it's a Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo feminine, but she's learning some information about the justice system or something. Maybe she's in a lack mentality because she's in reverse. So she doesn't have a healthy relationship with money or something like that. She's could be just watching or stalking. No way. Oh, goodness. Everything is there's information you don't know. Over here, we have 10-10 in reverse too. Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. Dang. Someone could be, man, that is a big financial loss. Maybe this is about inheritance. This is about land, property, legacy, not someone not helping and supporting in something, and feeling unsupported by family, like they didn't financially help at all. Dang. And then the devil. Oh, fuck. Oh. I'll tell you what. 1015 is making its presence known. Oh my gosh. So this could be a Libra who has an addiction, okay, or it could also be a Capricorn or a Taurus, a Virgo. Someone is obsessed with this Empress, though. Someone's trying to control this feminine energy, though. I mean, I also see 315 here, Piscean, 10-3 Libra. What in the world is this? Oh boy. What is under this 10 of Cups in reverse? 9 of Wands. Yeah, someone's on high defense, protecting themselves from these people. Now, this could be that these are actual family members, okay? Or they're biological or something like that. And there's this need to like defend or protect yourself or protect. Someone's on high defense because they are not supportive. It's almost like they don't have something, and they didn't do any work to help. Huh. That's the whole thing. We get asked for help and they don't. So they have nothing. This is a huge financial loss. Or they're threatening something about like inheritance. There's no wealth. There's no support from these people. Like, and I'm not talking like, when you're trying out, like, you want to go to college or you want to do different things like that. You want hobbies and shit. You want to learn how to drive, pay for your fees and all your shit at school for kids. And they have nothing. And they give nothing to help and support, like, the family. Or these are 10-8. Oh, I don't even want to put the devil card on top of the Empress. Ugh, someone is trying to control. This could be somebody trying to control a mother, a grandmother. Because she is not in reverse. Maybe someone is trying to say she's controlling with fear. But she's not in reverse. So this is someone obsessed. Or they're saying that this person is the devil. Okay, it could also be that someone felt like their mother or grandmother was very controlling or toxic. Okay, or this boss. 10-15. This is a... Why, Scorpio? Okay, this is also someone from your friends group, okay, or ex-friends group, or someone. It's like it could be that this other person, the Knight of Wands, could have the devil can represent addiction too, okay? Temptation. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more out of the book. I'm probably just going to finish these first couple ones. I don't want this first one to go too long, okay? We're going to find out more. For Kara. Midnight Magic. This is for Kara. Oh, acknowledgements. I've never opened it to that. Carmen. Melinda, Christian, Shane, Murphy, Kristen, Harris, Amanda, Nala, and Sarah Richard. Okay, I don't know why I opened it to that, okay, but I felt guided to share that. You know, I throw out different names and dates, right? So different names can have reference, okay? First name, middle name, street name, city name, last name, whatever. Okay, I'm going to read the Justice because we have that. I'm also going to read what it says about the devil. It talks about the lobster. I feel like this is about finances, a financial pinch or extravagance. And we have the Empress. Okay, so let's start with the Hen of the Woods. Okay, someone could be 34, 35. She could also be a Pisces or a Capricorn or a Leo energy. Okay, or it can represent you. But she's upright, which says motherhood, resources, nurturing, abundance. Surround yourself with things that nurture and support you on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. You are cultivating your goals into a strong, authentic reality. When you have attended to your own goals, you can find fulfillment in helping others with theirs. Looking like a mother hen, hidden beneath old oaks and maples, the hen of the woods is a plentiful food source. It's fitting, then, that this mushroom is connected to the Empress card, which represents motherly nurturing, abundance, and protection. Creative and resourceful, hens will adapt their environs by growing around sticks, rocks, and even other mushrooms into large, edible armfuls of food that can weigh up to 30 pounds or more. This mushroom is regarded as both an ancient medicine and a delicious meal. The hen of the woods, 35. And you had strength with this chaga with the Empress. So I'm sharing those ones because as we go, I'm seeing 44, mastering something as well. Also, once again, about that mothering, nurturing Cancerian energy. Leo. Yeah. Growing slowly and steadily on soft birchwood, chaga is a medicinal fungus whose rock-hard spine is capable of bursting blades and even the sturdiest of grinders. Rock hard. Wow. Chaga is tough to harvest, often requiring the use of a strong hacksaw to remove it from the birch alcoves. When harvested, it can then be transformed into an antioxidant-rich tea and a tincture. Chaga shows us that patience and mindfulness are key to sustainable strength, patience, endurance, and good health. This card emphasizes that you are strong-willed with a healthy stockpile of endurance. This admirable combination of abilities produces positive results. It also equips you to offer comfort and support to those needing strength in their lives. Learning how to harness and balance these powerful abilities will help you roar past any obstacles in your way. Any obstacles in your way. And we have justice. So I'm reading these major arcanas that are right there since we started, okay? The Old Man in the Woods, Libra energy, 50 or 51. Also, Taurus, Leo, Aries, the 11th. It could be someone watching that's like 11, or there could be someone who has a child spying or stalking. I don't know. I mean, or something about the 11th. Yeah, 11/11 Scorpios. But that's so crazy because I'm peeking under there. We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my gosh. The 3 of Wands. She's like watching this justice system and waiting patiently for some legal stuff. This communication. Weird. Could be an aunt because there's an aunt there too. I don't know. You definitely have somebody watching. Something here. Old man could Okay, that's a feminine though. I do keep the gender specific, so this definitely a queen. It's definitely a woman, okay? Black, white, and gray scales allow this mushroom to camouflage itself into the forest floor. So someone is in camouflage. What? When cut, however, the old man's flesh is a bright red, the color of passion and emotions. The Justice card deals in black and white as well, but its gray tones represent the balance between the opposing forces, the same balance that allows the old man mushroom to humbly thrive. Upright here it says balance, cause and effect, fairness and truth. Make sure your actions are in line with your values. If you are cutting corners or being sneaky, those actions will come to light. If you had done something regretful, you will be judged fairly as long as you take responsibility for your decision. Be ready to experience life's truths, those that are clear as well as murky. Stay fair. Weird. And the fact that we had the devil with the Empress, I just get this as something, someone isn't telling some truth. There's some information that the Queen of Cups energy doesn't know or doesn't want revealed. I don't think it's that I just think it's something she doesn't know the truth about. Okay? And, the lobster mushroom, 58 and 59. The 15. The devil card. The lobster mushroom is the result of a parasitic fungus that takes a parasite. Like there's a parasite. That's a parasite too. Weird. Ooh, it made my ear like twinge. Parasitic fungus that takes over the fruiting bodies of certain nearby mushrooms. This devilish act changes the shape and taste of ordinary, bland white mushrooms into textured orange delicacies. Likewise, the devil card warns us that looks can be deceiving and not everything is as it seems. Someone's temptation, entrapment, addiction, control, and restriction. The current bondage you feel in your life may seem strong, but it is an illusion. If you choose to, you can free yourself from external influences. This card emphasizes the possibility of ridding yourself of negative forces, both internally and externally. 5-9, 5-8. So those could be age as well, some Taurus energy, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, and of course the Capricorn energy. I'm just seeing like maybe somebody is communicating on this. Someone is controlling someone's behavior or being watched. You could have somebody being watched, or someone you know is being watched by the legal system, or because with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they want to see if you know something. And 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse. Weird. Okay. We have any wands? We have Knight of Pentacles. So the reminder is also to take things slow. With the white truffle is like a delicacy and it takes time, right, to find it, but it's really valuable. Okay, so something is coming in. Maybe you don't see it or you don't know about it. Ooh, Temperance is in reverse. The Justice, this person may have overindulged, overspent, or their life isn't in balance. They don't want, it's almost like they don't want, or you don't want them to know, or they don't want you to know that they're really out of balance. Like maybe they have legal stuff. They could overspend, overindulge. With Temperance in reverse, we have Judgment. Someone it could be they don't want you to know that they've had they have a record. It's really interesting here, Scorpio, because someone is having an awakening and getting a second chance. All right, someone has this strength. So maybe somebody's went through a huge financial loss, or there was never any like extra finances or extra money or extra support from family financially or encouragement. And it has given you the strength. You've done this on your own and without this love or support or having inheritance or something. Weird. But I'm also seeing somebody has a second chance. 10, 10, 10, 10. 4 tens. Maybe some of you worked 4 tens for a while or something like that, you did a lot of work. This is also someone being released for something. 4, 10, 20. Judgment. The corpse finder. Heleb Loma. Weird. But it's on top of it. So someone is getting a second chance at something. Maybe somebody didn't have any type of... Someone in their life had a record, a criminal background, and didn't have any finances or financial support or family or friend support. The Emperor in reverse. Woohoo! With the Devil, oh my goodness. It's a father or a grandfather. Or the husband in this dynamic. How do I have the Empress upright and the Emperor in reverse with the Devil in between them? What the fuck is that, Scorpio? Excuse my language here, but what the fuck is that? Oh boy. Oh, heartbroken. 3 of Swords. This means that there could be some weird control, like there's a weird control dynamic in this relationship. If these people are actually bonded together still, but now I can see this in 2 different ways where it's almost like the feminine is the one in charge, but the Emperor is had a fall from grace. Maybe they're actually the ones that's controlling, abusive or has addiction issues. Drugs, alcohol, porn, control, fear, whatever it is, because weird. It's like somebody looks like it's definitely someone behind the scenes. Something is controlling another person, like that fungus thing. Weird. Someone else is heartbroken, overcoming. Maybe there was third parties. What is this? 3 of Swords, the Hangman. Someone's been caught or stopped to see a different perspective here and seeing that things are unbalanced. The shiitake mushroom. 314. A lot of Pisces. Virgo energy 2 and 312. And maybe this Queen of Cups is the Pisces as well. Scorpios. But with the 3 of Swords in reverse, this is like, it's a time of healing. Maybe someone had some heart. I always see it potentially could be. So I'm just, when you feel completely betrayed or heartbroken, it does affect, like, it literally, you can feel it in your heart. Like, the stress of that also can cause heart issues. Addictions can cause heart problems, right? Someone being controlling, maybe it was a father or a grandfather or a boss, because I would see these as the matriarch and patriarch. Like, they look like they're still together. There's not separate. There's some, ironically, they have some weird toxic bondage. Or the Emperor is just not being the boss. He's not being a good leader. He's being indecisive. As well as, maybe he is the one trying to be controlling. Let's see what Temperance in reverse. There's tons of major arcana right out the gate here, okay? Remember having strength, what I read about the strength card, right? And then that 10 of Pentacles was in reverse. And that is about breaking with tradition, family feuds, a debt. 130. Breaking with family traditions for your own well-being may cause feuding with closed-minded relatives. Be careful of poorly made short-term bets that can damage your long-term ambitions. Yeah, I can't believe there's so much major arcana. And then the judgment is there. The hangman's coming in next. Temperance in reverse. Realignment, baggage, 57. I'm getting Pisces and Sag energy and Virgo, right? Coming forth in this one quite a bit. Okay, you could have that in your chart. All right, Scorpios. Someone could also be 56 or 57, or on those days, 5, 6, 5, 7, in the beginning of this month, okay? In reverse, it says baggage, excessive self-healing, moderation. You or them, and I feel, are out of balance. Perhaps you are overworking yourself, or they are, or maybe over celebrating. Moderate your energy and attention to align yourself for success in your endeavors. Ask for advice and weigh all opinions to make the best decision. The shiitake mushroom. I see that as that somebody is unbalanced, but then we have justice. So, how these are so conflicting energies right here. This could represent a different person or different people coming forth. And then we have the hangman right there on top of that. Someone seeing a different perspective. Getting caught, hung up on something. No way. And then the magician, dude, all these majors going in this first one. Boom. Someone had manifested the second chance. Judgment to me is also, there has been a judgment call. You've made this judgment call, but you've also opened up to get a second chance, or maybe it can be, so with reading that card, it could be this someone's breaking free from like their family tradition where, maybe they're unsupported because you're not following in the footsteps of them, or you're not following their religious or spiritual beliefs. And so, or that there was never any support. Like they were unsupportive. They didn't, I'm getting this weird vibe. So even like, I think about something like from like husband's family growing up, and like being kicked out at a young age, and no, not like he was and them not helping get a vehicle, a car, or do things, and actually turning around and like saying how he was getting money must have been some type of illegal endeavor or something, right? And yet then their other children, they're getting them braces and doing all of this stuff for, and letting go on trips and vacations and just doing everything for them. And it's because they were still following they're the ones part of our religious belief system. So there's something, that caused this type of, this could even be, for some, it could be just deciding you don't want to be part, like it's, if they had a family business, or this is acting like you don't want a fucking thing from them, okay? But it could also be that you've already grown strong without their support and without their money or their help. Weird. Okay. All right, let's see. There's so many. Because I see so many major arcanas, I'm reading this one. Okay, so we have the magician coming in next as well. On top of this judgment. So this is what somebody manifested, right? They think somebody is a magician, or they manifested this. By being uncompassionate or unwilling to help when you ask for support. And so why would you go and help them? It's one-sided. Okay, 68 and 69 with maybe something into the June energy, 68, 69, or someone, they could be that age, 68 or 69. A Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarian as well. Report to have brought a crime to light. The corpse finder is the Judgment card. Reported to have brought a crime to light when a gathering of these mushrooms fruited over buried human remains. The corpse finder gets its rather gruesome name because the release of nitrogen from a decaying mammal is what causes it to appear. The Judgment card need not refer to a sordid court case. However, it can call to mind judgments made by or about you or upcoming choices, decisiveness, resurrection, second chances, introspection. A revelation is on its way. Act on an exciting opportunity to or embrace a new mindset. Do not slide back into your shell if you can help it. Trust your judgment. Wait and be patient. The fruits of your labors will appear when the time is right. Like, so this is what maybe you've been trying to, this is what you've been manifesting, whatever. Because we have the Magician coming in. This is about putting it into motion, putting your focus into it. And maybe that's what they have been doing. Finding some proof or evidence of something here. Weird. The Emperor in reverse. With the Devil energy. Weird. It's almost like someone has definitely been coaching someone or controlling someone, or someone has some addiction or some obsession. Like that Emperor in reverse is, usually he can be cruel, okay? Lack of control, stubborn, tyranny, rigidity. Yeah, and the Devil card, wow. 37, he could be that age. 36, doesn't have to be. Also get some he could be a Pisces energy, a Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aries. Now, it says you or them has rushed into a situation before you were ready, and now you're feeling overwhelmed, disoriented, and out of your league. This blow to your ego could cause you to try to regain control in an underhanded way. Okay, he's having an ego, a fall from grace. Even with that Knight of Wands in reverse too. And this is about harvest time and doing the work. And so there's an important thing with harvest season is not to, when it is that actual divine timing, that's what it is, when you have to put the work in right there, when everything is ready to be harvested. Don't stop too soon. And he apparently did. I don't know. Okay. And this is if you felt like you were having this Emperor in reverse, it's a blow to your ego, right? It says, instead accept that control is no longer yours and practice humility and benevolence through this storm. So we were also saying this too shall pass. So interesting enough. So we have, like I said, we have the Magician. Oh, this person feels betrayed, or they're the betrayer. 110, 1-4, 10-1. Yeah. Someone was manifesting an ending. Oh my gosh. Gross. I don't even want to know. Like, I'm trying not to go into this energy, Scorpio, with the true crime shit. I'm trying to not bring Diddy into this, or not, I'm trying to not bring the other Scorpionic people, but Ten of Swords is a painful betrayal. Like, this could be someone wanting to harm somebody, or this is the betrayer is like, now this is clearly not for everyone. A grandfather, okay, a boss at your work, if this is about your work and your harvest, or a father energy, or they feel betrayed, heartbroken, or someone is heartbroken. Wow, we have a lot of swords. Someone got caught, seeing a different perspective. Underneath that, that Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, so she's a gold digger energy, patiently waiting. Oh, and for her turn to argue something, to fight. She's feeling very unvictorious, so she wants to argue. She's going to gaslight and lie about something here, about money. It could be a Virgo. watching you. I don't know why. Weird. Regardless, it's a feminine energy who is in a lack mentality. Okay? Meaning that she doesn't have very much money or she's greedy. And she just wants to argue and bicker and fight. Weird. She's overspend. She's overindulged. She could be intoxicated or she overspends. Justice will be served. Communication coming in. Somebody, dude, you can have somebody. This feminine could be actually coercing children or telling them what to say if they have to, or she has. It's like she has them watching, or she is the one watching someone, or what? Trying to learn, huh? To learn to see if somebody knows some piece of information. Oh. Weird. Okay, I am going to read The Magician. It's very beautiful. 3031. The little birds of the woods. Little birds of the woods are used in divinatory ceremonies by indigenous tribes in Mexico. In the native Aztec language, I can't say it. I'll try though. Nahuatl. They are known as the divine mushroom that describes or paints. These little psychoactive mushrooms grow in subtropical coffee plantations in the clay-heavy soil and bruise blue, almost like magic, when injured or cut. This color change echoes the magician's call for transformation and action. So where we have the corpse finder too, and then the Ten of Swords, like someone feels like somebody buried something. I'm going to say it in that way. They were trying to bury some evidence, some information, some truth. They don't want public. They don't want known. Weird. You know what? Okay, since this true crime weird stuff popping in, I'm all weird stuff. When I first unveiled these, so there is this person named Erin in Australia, who is on trial for using the death cap mushroom. She made a wonderful beef Wellington and fed it to her in-laws and her husband. Oh God. It's not funny. It's horrible. But that trial is also going on and there isn't cameras in there. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Weird. But we have the Ten of Swords. This is what somebody has been waiting for. I just see someone who's weird and controlling. Like, and there's addictions. There could be lust, a third party. This is a masculine person being really cruel. And it literally could have to do with your work, though, because it's harvest time. And weird. Someone is manifesting inspiration and taking action. So I get this as something is maybe it's someone from your family, okay? Taking action towards a betrayer or someone betraying, some action being taken. Someone could be trying to figure something out to actually do something to betray someone. This is weird. Gross. Vengeance and shit. Okay, it says these small mushrooms grow among your coffee crops, and coffee can help provide the jolt you need to get that project off the ground. Begin with some preliminary planning to create something you feel is needed in the world. You can always adjust these plans later. For now, just take the first steps. The Ten of Swords, though, this is about a second chance as well. And I just see it as I placed it there, showing that this is where there's been betrayal. And I don't see it as the mothering or the grandmothering energy, okay? Or the feminine energy. Because you have the Devil and the Ten of Swords. Weird. My goodness. I mean, that's what tarot, we find out the nitty gritty. So let's see. I'm gonna share what it says about the Ten of Swords. I don't do this in all of them, but I just felt guided to read a little bit out of the book with this one. Okay, Scorpios. Anemone stinkhorn. A painful ending, a lesson, a crisis. The Ten of Swords announces that what seems like a chaotic explosion might not only be a natural transitional event, the reproductive phase of the anemone stinkhorn looks and smells like a struggle has ended violently, but there's poignant peace within the dramatic scene. 116, 11:6, Scorpio. An arrangement is ending painfully, maybe even inevitably, but there will be rest following this trial. Dude, why is this about a trial? Like, we're totally like on court TV or something. Maybe this is a bigger thing, like something that is in court on, during this timeline. Like I said, that's so weird. Trial. Appreciate the lessons you've learned from this hard time instead of focusing on the crisis itself. Right? And that, I mean, with the Three of Swords in reverse, it does show, oh, I read it in reverse. No, I read it. So it's like you haven't got through this all the way yet. The Page of Swords is next. So since it's right there by that Hangman and that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I'm going to read what it says there. Deadly Gallerina. Deadly Gallerina. 11:7 and 117 Capricorn. It could totally be a Capricorn person, okay? Underneath there. Or a Virgo. I don't know. Use your own discernment. You know who it is. They have some reason. The Page of Swords asks you to pay attention. Juvenile haste and impatience can result in grievous accident. The deadly Gallerina is a toxic brown mushroom that mingles with many edible looking alikes, also known as the funeral bell. This fungus reminds you to balance curiosity with wisdom. Curiosity, alertness, and details. The card encourages your mental zeal to go for it. Combine the momentum of a curious mind and its thirst for knowledge with acute attention paid to important details. Weird. So there is this sense of, curiosity, but also gain wisdom, right? Especially, I love how it is regarding like these mushrooms and understanding that. I'm going to go to the Hangman now. We have Three of Cups in reverse. So someone doesn't feel like celebrating or having to get together. They feel heartbroken. They feel betrayed. 3-3. Okay, someone could be 33 or mastering communication, creativity, or with the communication. Okay, there's a third party energy. Ace of Swords in reverse, right? Someone doesn't have the... It's like, so for some of you, if it's somebody doesn't want to get together and celebrate, this could also be from your friends group, right? Or something. Yeah, it's someone overcoming feeling heartbroken. And maybe that's the thing. Like, so maybe you or them, right? It's like they're not sharing what's going on. They're just like they're not okay to get together and act fun and act like nothing's going on and hey pal and hang out and celebrate. And it could also be that somebody overindulged, over celebrate, and then there was a third party energy that caused someone to feel heartbroken, like they did something stupid. This Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. We'll dig deeper into it, of course, of what this Ten of Swords was. Keep it in mind that's over here. At this end, at this harvest, You'll reap what you sow. Oh boy. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go to that Three of Swords in reverse. Went too far. I keep going to Six of Cups. But it does show it's being, forgiveness is happening, right? 109, forgiveness, mental healing, optimism. After a storm, rebuild your mental sanctuary with a foundation of strong self-forgiveness. Take care of your mind as you would an injured limb and invite vibes of fresh optimism. That's what Three Swords in reverse says. Maybe there is a sense of, going out maybe for dinner or something, but not to go out and celebrate and party and indulge and drink. And why is Ace of Swords in reverse? I want to share mental block 107, re-examine, re-influence. Outside forces can cause a delay or put a stormy halt to a project. Re-examine pathways that will solve this issue early to ensure the success of your endeavor. And then that Hanged Man energy is the 12. Velvet Shank, 52 and 53. So for some of you, it could be a Taurus person, 5253, or those could be, or Virgo. I mean, I'm getting, it could be any earth sign, and it doesn't even have to be an earth sign, but, okay, the Hangman says, like the tarot card it's associated with, this mushroom can be found hanging, usually from chilly branches in winter when most other mushrooms are dormant. The sticky-topped velvet shank mushroom thrives thanks to its natural antifreeze chemicals. Weird. No matter what angle velvet shank grow at, their caps quickly reorientate themselves to grow perpendicular to the ground for optimum spore dispersal. This phenomenon is known as gravitropism. I don't know. It says a new perspective, a pause, and a surrender. The pause of a literal or figurative winter has likewise halted the environment around you. Use this time to collect your bearings, surrender to your given position or situation. You may find the break allows you to see things in a different and maybe even more helpful way. Right, okay. So as I'm saying, someone feels like they do not want to. Then someone feels stuck, like someone feels like they can't get out of something. I don't know, their thoughts about this. Okay, someone is feeling unbalanced. Someone could be being stopped from moving or taking action. They can't, like, they're stuck, they're caught. 312. 36, 36 even. Okay. It's like maybe they get caught watching this or stalking or doing something. Some of you could be married to a Gemini. Okay, or a Taurus. Or this magician is also connected to, is a spiritual religious person, the Hierophant. We have someone manifesting, and connect into their values, a new contract or a marriage or something, or a vow, a commitment, committing to your belief system here. 10-5, 10-1, also, those could be spotlight days. Judgment, someone's giving someone a second chance. And maybe finding out some truth. There is a contract, a commitment here. With the Hierophant and the Four of Wands. Okay, I kind of get like, it's like somebody doesn't want to get together and go out with their friends and party, okay, and do these things and celebrate. It's like somebody is ready to like commit to something and settle down a little bit, fill roots, or a new contract coming in. No way, a home. Yeah. Someone could get married in their own home, or there's a new home contract or a commitment, or I'm getting like a dedication or something with the Four of Wands. in your community. 5-4, 5-10, maybe something those days. It could have been like a marriage and you're something like that, or the Hierophant's also a spiritual or religious leader, and he's committed to he knows his views, his morals, his values. He gives good guidance. People look to him. This getting, you know what I mean? Maybe there is someone you need to get, and we have 4 wands at your home. Weird. I'm seeing it as this other person knows that they can't move somewhere. Maybe they're, I don't know. Let's see what else is underneath her. She's waiting patiently to argue something and fight. Ooh, but someone has blocked this communication, or she's not allowed. It could be that you're not. This could be somebody that you do have some weird legal stuff going on with, and you block communication with them or something, or there is a legal thing, so you can't communicate, a gag order, or you blocked their text messages or their phone number or something here. Because it's like they're stuck in their thoughts of what they think they need to say to you. Someone from that's what this storm is or something. This is crazy though. I mean, yeah. This person might be someone from your friends group, actually. Weird. I feel like even like your family was unsupportive, maybe of like your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs, or about a marriage or a contract. But it could be that you're doing like, okay, I'm trying to remember now. What was here? Asking for help, right? Okay, so this could be asking, even for some of you, you could ask people in a church community, you know, or something like that, if you feel guided and you feel connected with them. I don't know. You know what I mean? Use your own discernment, but it's a different message for different people. Someone is manifesting a marriage or a commitment, a contract, okay? They're getting a second chance. Look at all those major arcanas, dude. Even though there is no, like, someone has the strength to overcome, even without having, like, the family inheritance or family's approval or help. So this is even calling on, you know, spirit team, your source, God source, your angels, a pastor, something like that, you know, a preacher, or it's a new contract, or who are they that come and like do the marriage? You know what I'm talking like? Because it could be something like that even. And then we have the 4 of Wands. So this is taking action around your home. Someone felt betrayed about that, maybe. 4-10, 10-4, 5-10. Something could have happened. 5-4, an Emperor in reverse. Huh. All right. I think I'm going to end it there to begin, okay, Scorpios? All right. So this is some stuff about what's been going on in the community or something, and maybe there was some piece of that information you didn't know the absolute truth, or vice versa, something you didn't want shared or known, or something you maybe didn't know. We're going to dive deeper into, because it's beautifully how it ended right here. It was like right in flow. So in your second video, I'm going to continue this journey here with this. We're going to talk more about whoever's looking, spying this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, what she's waiting for, watching justice or something. How she wants to argue and gaslight, and so we're gonna get into that nitty gritty, okay? In your second video, I'll get you a crystal for karmic healing, and then I'll just see how I'm guided. I might jump into the rest of this. All right. Thank you, Scorpios. Bye-bye.